it don't really matter. We ain't got nobody in here anyway. Just me. I'm logged in.
You're important.
All right, so the grown folks session is about to begin. I told y'all people before that I start whether somebody in the damn room or not. I'm not on CP time. Get y'all ass here on time. You're in My Twisted Life of Poetry. This is the first day of grown folks session. And we will be discussing our book, Doing the Damn Thing. Tonight I am the author, Siva D. This is the co-author, Mocha. And I said, right now we still don't have nobody in the room, so we just talking to ourselves right now. So we really ain't got to say too much shit. For the most part.
Siva D didn't set this up.
Right. No, actually, because I've been having the notifications been going out all week. And it's been people all day saying they coming. But they just slow.
People always late. Always late.
And this was still saying, like this was saying waiting for me. And I know it's not waiting for me because I'm in it. Is that me? Let's try that again. Go back to that. Did somebody just join the room or that's me talking to myself? We got two people. That's two people in the room.
You can't be you and somebody else.
I know. See, this was still saying waiting on me. Well, damn it, I'm on.
Hey, welcome. Thanks for coming.
Did somebody say hi?
No, nobody said nothing, but they're there. You want to say hi?
I see we got two people in the room. Go ahead and say hi. Let us know that you're here, unless you're shy and scared to say who the heck you are.
You don't have to be scared. Maybe you just don't want to vocalize.
I'm trying to figure out why it's not showing up. I try to load it here, so that way. Oh, no, ain't that some shit? It won't let me join my own.
That ain't even you.
It ain't even me. So, as we're saying, this is the grown folks session. We just gonna start off talking generically right now. You got the book? What do I got? We wrote a book together called Doing the Damn Thing. This is an erotic book, a collection of 24 erotic short stories. And tonight you're sitting here with the authors. Again, myself is Siva D, and this is author Mocha. Hey, girl, hey, girl, hey. I ain't seen you in a long time. Yeah, you have to take the volume down. It's gonna be double.
Look at me. I joined in. I'm somebody.
You so silly. I guess I ain't got no channel on my other phone. So what we're gonna do tonight, we just gonna introduce ourselves. Thank you. You gotta get it, girl. It's on Amazon. If not, just send me an email to mytwistedlife@gmail.com, and you can order a signed copy. We get you a signed copy out to you. I'll send you the PayPal link if you want to do it that way. But yeah, this is a hot ticket. So the book has been out what, a year?
A year, February the 14th.
Let's see. Okay, cool. So you ain't gonna smile like that the whole time, was you?
No, I was practicing.
So,
I really look good when I smile like that.
Go ahead and introduce yourself. I'm trying to fix this light for a second.
Hi, I am Mocha, co-author of the book, Doing the Damn Thing. Yeah, I wrote it. Everything I wrote about it was true. I lived the experience. I'm lying. I don't want you guys to be like,
she's a hoe.
Did she do that? It is all.
I'm gonna hold it for me.
Nobody's name is this exact name. Nobody is not true. It's not true, but we can make it true.
So if you already have the book, because I know a few of you on my channel, so a few of my subscribers have already purchased it. If you already have it, go ahead and throw an emoji up or something with a smiley face or something. Just let us know that you already got it. And yeah, I guess we go ahead and get started. We got 5 people in the room. Like I said, if you haven't introduced yourselves, go ahead and introduce yourselves. We try to subscribe to each other's channel, so that's another way to get other subscribers to your channels, by shouting yourselves out, and then everybody know you're here, and we can add you on in. So, like I said, let's see. Y'all know me here as poetry, but I write under Siva D. And let's see, one of the reasons why I use Siva D is because I didn't want to embarrass the hell out of my daughter by writing a nasty book, but she was one of the first people to read it, so it really didn't matter. Plus, she tell her friends.
Right, I didn't want my niece to read the book.
She still ain't read it, has she? Our kids are grown, and our nieces are grown. And look, baby, Keena in the chat. Hey, girl, hey, Keena.
Lord, I can't even say some stuff my baby heard.
So what we were gonna do, we was gonna try to go through a few of the stories in the book. I'm not gonna sure how many we're gonna do.
We're not gonna do the first story.
We're not gonna do the first story?
No, we're not gonna do the first story.
Say open up, ladies. That's what I'm saying. Open up, ladies. And we're gonna talk about the topic or the subject matter that's in the book, related to it personally, how we feel about what happened in the book. I was planning on doing like a random number pick out the hat and just saying, okay, this is the one I'm gonna read. But y'all can do that if y'all want to. We have 24 stories. So if you pick number 2 through 24, because Mocha don't want to do story number 1. Hey, OG Purple Johnson, what's up? That's OG Purple Johnson.
OG
She
Purple
said,
Johnson. Hey!
I love her. I do. She's straight live. So, OG, I know you've heard like the book before on Phone Jones' page. Do you have any specific story you think we should address today? Because what we're gonna do is like go through an excerpt of the story and then just like hit on some topics, talk about what's going on in the story. I still think book story number 1 is a good story. And the reason
Story number 1 is a good story, no doubt, no doubt.
The reason why story number 1 I think is a good story because 1, talking about sex is so taboo, and that story hits a lot on the taboo subject matter, especially coming from the place of the main character. Why it's so taboo to her.
I agree that the story number 1 is definite. We didn't, when we put these stories together, we didn't decide that this was going to be first, this was going to set. As a matter of fact, we pulled the names out of a hat and put the stories together like that. It was no order, we just happened to not write the same stories, surprisingly. We didn't even write the same stories. We never wrote together. We always wrote separately and then we always put it together in the end. So story number 1 was a, well, if you want to hear why I wrote story number 1, I wrote story number 1. The name of it is called
Secret Desires.
Secret Desires.
I don't think she wrote this book for real.
Yes.
So Secret Desires. Okay. Let's see. So we got 12 stories each. We both wrote 12 stories apiece in this book. You have some stories that have a plot. You have some stories that are straight sex. You have a few stories that are a few pages long. Some are just like a few paragraphs long. It's very different stories. We even got some male characters. So, yeah, I think we're going to pick somebody just pick a random number between 2 and 24, and that's the one we're going to get to. Rocking with whatever, number 1. See, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
OG just assertive.
Here we go. Number 1. Now, for me, the story started off. The first line of the story is the eye catcher for me.
16. All right.
16. I like that. The first line of story 1 is the eye catcher. The first line is, "Dear Demon Dick 69. 1. What woman don't want a man called Demon Dick? 2. Who don't want to do 69?
Right.
If you get those 2 together, that's going to immediately grab your attention. Demon Dick 69.
Some people scared of the dick, so they might be scared of Demon Dick.
They might be scared of the dick, but even the scary ones want to know. They might not want to try, but they want to know. You want to at least, what was it about? So for me, the story was not even about Demon Dick 69. That's a whole nother story. No, I'm not writing it. But it's a whole nother story, not at this time. The story was about the person.
Hey, Rowdy Chica 59, what's up?
The story is more about the person that, it's about having a connection with a person that you or not even around. Like, say you meet somebody on Snapchat or Tinder, but somebody you don't know intimately. Back in the day, we used to always have that pen pals, send letters to people you don't really know. Have you ever had that boyfriend that you really didn't know? You met him through a cousin and y'all didn't never meet, but y'all was talking on the phone.
I dialed
like
wrong
y'all wrong numbers.
I dialed
wrong numbers. And they be like, "Who is this?" And you'll be like, "Who is this?" And now y'all talking like y'all really been knowing each other, but you don't. You don't really know the person. But because you don't know the person, you feel like you can share things with that person because they don't really know you. And like Facebook, Everybody is a CEO or something. They make up who they may be. But for me, this was a chance for a young lady to express her true self to somebody who had already expressed his true self to her. So Demon Dick was a internet person for her.
All right. So you want to read it or you want me to read it?
Yeah, you can read it.
Hey, Tina Beth. Oh, no, it's Ann. Hey, Ann X. What's going on? We are about to read some stories from Doing the Damn Thing. This is a book that myself and Mocha wrote together. It is a collection of erotic tales. I'm going to start off with Secret Desires. I can't read with my glasses on, so I can't see y'all chats with my glasses off.
I can see y'all. I got y'all.
Hope I can read and not trip over my tongue. Good morning. How are you? I received your last email. Needless to say, it was hot. It seems as if we've known each other a lifetime. I'm glad I make you feel comfortable enough to share your secret desires but because I also could disclose anything with you. I've already told you things I've never told anyone else. So I thought I would just share a little bit more. Like most people, I have secret desires and fantasies. Some I have told a few close friends and my husband, and some I probably would never tell anyone close to me. Sometimes, those secret fantasies can be so deeply embedded into your subconscious that you don't dare share them with yourself.
Right. Having something you have never told your friends or your close relatives, but you know you want to share it with somebody. Oh, some stuff you done that they ain't gonna judge you because they don't know you.
And see, I'm not gonna read the full story all the way straight through. I'm gonna skip through some parts and I'm gonna just get to the good thing. We're gonna get to doing the damn thing.
Get to the good part. Why it's called doing the damn thing.
So, as you know, my husband and I have been married for quite some time. I think we have a good sexual relationship. Don't get me wrong, we by no means are king and queen super freakazoid, nor are we Mr. and Mrs. Boring Dudley Do Right. Most would consider us average when it comes to sexual activity in our bedroom. Of course, we've done the normal things like the missionary position, inside joke. He sometimes goes down on me and it feels okay, but there are no earth-shattering eruptions. And I have never come from him eating me out. I don't know if someone can.
How many women have never come from a man eating them out? Now,
y'all quiet now.
How many women have never come from a man eating them out? Now, either he wasn't good or you just wasn't feeling him like that.
Me personally, I'm gonna go and get personal. Me personally, majority of the men that I was with was never able to make me come having oral sex. So like when it came to that, I didn't even care if I had it because nobody ever like took me there until one day. Got with this dude, had me crab crawling up the sheets. I was like, wait, I like this. This is good. So from that point on, I was like, wait a minute, I can have an orgasm. Because I'm usually that person that was like, needed internal stimulation, the clitoral stimulation, and do a damn thing for me. But that was before masturbation too, before I got to know myself. So,
and there's a section in the book about that too. We'll get to that.
So
it's all about, or are you being satisfied? Is there a guy that you know who can eat you out, and then maybe the one you're with is not the one that ate you out the best? But if you have not had the experience of having a man to put his mouth on you just right, then this would be the story that you would read, because sometimes men are good at other things. Maybe he's not the great mouth. Maybe he's
the great mouth from the South.
And maybe he's something else. Maybe he's King Dingaling. I don't know. But sometimes, but I swear, I'm got to have one to do it all. I need all in one. If he don't know, he gotta learn. He gotta learn. You gotta teach him. You gotta take the time and show him. But this is that story. So she's gonna get to the good part right now. She's gonna tell you the good part.
And so I'm assuming that all of y'all have had an orgasm from oral sex since nobody said yes or no. Y'all all being shy.
Any men in here?
Not yet, nah.
Because men always be like, man, this tongue, you don't know what this mouth do. I know what it don't.
Be doing nothing.
I know what it don't do. Bro, I know.
So, as we proceed, I'm going to hold it back. That look like an old lady holding the book out like this. I got to take them off. So, I've sucked penis a few times. It didn't really do much for me. But I didn't really allow him to put much of it into my mouth. I sure didn't let him come in my mouth. I perished the thought. But he seemed to enjoy himself, so I must have done something correct. Now I can only do it on special occasions or when I want something special from him. Once we tried to be adventurous and do anal. but it was too painful, so I had him to stop. Now I think we're both too scared to try again. I'm gonna pause right there for a second because she's talking about a lot of stuff here. We done went from receiving cunnilingus to giving fellatio. I'm using all the big word terms, and then now we're moving on to anal. I don't know if they have a medical term. They got a medical term for anal sex. Hey, we got a gentleman in the building. We got a gentleman.
What that mouth do?
Doran, we asking you what that mouth do. Do you give oral sex, Doran? We gonna pick on you for a minute because you're the only man in the room. He like, what the hell did I just walk into?
He gotta know. If he do, he do. He gotta know. If he giving it, he gotta know he giving it. If you good at it, if not, don't worry about it.
Right. If you not, I don't know how you gonna learn.
He gotta learn.
Because we ain't got. There's no grapefruit method out there for men learning.
Hey, I did see a movie where that man was learning on a man. Have y'all ever seen that dude with that peach? Oh my God. Well, that's another story. We'll get back to that sometime.
No, we can just keep going.
Man, have you ever seen that man eat that freaking peach? Baby!
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Baby, he make a baby.
No, you're not wrong that you don't care for it. My one ex ruined it for all mad skills. Mad, I'm telling you that one that had me crab crawling. Can't nobody else measure up to him.
So you saying you don't care for it, or you don't care for it because it doesn't take you to that level, or it's just something that you don't have to have?
I know in another discussion I was on when they were reading this particular story on Phone Jones's channel, one of the things that was brought up is that as a youth, your parents teach you that it's distasteful or it's something disgusting for you to do. So that's one reason that people are hesitant to give oral sex.
Yeah, but I believe that this new generation is not like that. I believe the new generation means the new generation is more of, if you don't have real sex, you can do anything else and you can still be a virgin. You can have it under the arm, you can have it in the mouth, you can do the neck, you can do anything if you don't penetrate and you're still a virgin, you're still pure. That's how the new generation see. Our generation, they didn't want you to really touch yourself. They didn't want you to touch nobody else until you was married.
But look at it. From the people that I know that's already in the room, majority of us, we probably all around the same age group, somewhere between our 30s and 40s. If anybody here is younger than 30, let me know. And you can weigh in on this experience. But I think most of us right now, hopefully we get some more people in, are between 30 and 40. So I personally wasn't taught that it was wrong because I wasn't taught shit at all, for real. You 29, you on the brink, girl. You on the brink. So for you, Kanye, what is it that you don't feel?
But 3 kids. You know them kids don't make a difference. If I'd have known that you could have an orgasm without having kids, I might not have as many as I got.
It was jerking off was a turn off for who? For the guy or for the woman, Doran? Because I do know that a lot of women get offended if they man is jerking off, because they feel like the dude can come to them, what he jerking off for, something like that. But a lot of men get turned on by seeing women do it. They even request that a woman would satisfy. But as far as
I think it's well, for me, I think it's good to watch each other masturbate because it teaches you about who you're with.
So it gives us a break.
Right. Well, yeah, sometimes you need that break. But I'm thinking
that's sad. We're gonna have to talk to your husband, Donna. I'm gonna have to come find him. He'd rather watch porn.
Well, why don't you make one? See, and that way you satisfy all the different aspects.
True. Yes, you can make your video
own porn. Hey, and these new cell phones are wonderful. You can make the best
You
porn
can make a good video yourself, Donna, let them see. And then to be on the safe side, because I know sometimes we are concerned whether or not our men gonna show these videos to other people. Leave your face off. You ain't gotta show your face. You practice with the camera first, but then make your own video for your husband and let him watch that. See, I love sex and we have, and I love sex and we have it, and I don't whatever and however whenever. I don't understand. Okay. See, there's something going on with the hubby there. Don, how long y'all been married? You say I am a porn. I put on for the hubby.
Some days you gotta put on for them.
Oh, you say y'all made one. I don't know, man. I'm not sure.
I mean, sometimes you gotta be adventurous in your sex. Don't just make porn and don't just make the noise. No.
See,
it has to be something, and you don't, sometimes don't tell him you're making it.
Do you watch it with him, Donna? That's another thing too. Like when he's watching porn, do you watch it with him? We are, and I get, okay, go do your thing, girl. Just I gets down. I do mine. So yeah, I don't know, but
it all depends on what you're into.
Watch one with him. That might stimulate something.
Watch it with the mind of a critique. Hey, do you like that part, or what did you like about that? Because you know what I learned. I gotta look and see.
I think it's cool, Doran, for me personally, to watch porn with my guy. Because I watch porn without my guy, so I'll watch it with a guy too. So it's
porn for me is, it has no theme. It's just sex. It doesn't do anything for me.
But that's ones with storylines.
Listen, she's knocking on the door, and next thing you know, her clothes off. What's her name though, bruh? Y'all ain't gonna get no name, none. So I have to have a story with something to it. But for me, sex is about learning. It's a learning thing for me. So porn is not about, is it turning me on? Because watching him watch it turns me on. That's the whole thing.
And see, her issue is that she feels uncomfortable watching him see other females. Oh. So I don't know, like for me, like I couldn't personally watch somebody live that I like be a voyeur, but watching it on screen, I don't know. It doesn't bother me in a way. I don't know why. I guess because look, my grandmama showed me porn when I was 9. She was like, if you don't see it, you don't watch it in this household. So
well, you know what? It has to be comfortable, because if you're not comfortable with it, then it's gonna be a problem anyway. You have to feel comfortable with it. Maybe, and it may not be something that you want. It doesn't have to be. It's not something that says you have to watch porn or porn has to be a part of your sex life. No, but you have to be at least open to express your sexual sides.
Yeah, don't feel that way, Donna. You don't feel like you're not good enough for anybody. You always good enough.
Or you maybe don't compare yourself to a porn star.
For real,
they're faking.
In porn they're faking. And like Doran said, he ain't never seen a porn with good storylines. The storylines ain't never good. They just have storylines. Yeah, it just don't ever feel bad at all.
Yeah, it's not real, and we should not make it real. We should not pretend like our man is gonna keep his penis hard for 2 hours. That's not true.
Half the time, the women in the porn, they coochies and they booty holes so loose they don't feel a damn thing anyway. Half the guys in there homosexuals. They all just do they doing it for pay. They not into it. All the screaming and the moaning. Half the time you don't even make all that damn noise when you're having sex. I be telling them shut the fuck up. I don't need all that damn noise, all that extra talking and all that.
See, I'm verbalizing. I want to talk. I'm a talker. I'll let you know. Listen, right? Yes, you're my mother. Now, if I cuss you out, you is in the mix. You doing everything right. I love you and your mother, your daddy. I love your family when you doing it like that. I'm talking mad shit when you not. Like when you coming over, I'm like, you might not be ready tonight. You might need to stay home, think about it. Because I'm a shit talker. So when you get her laying it down, I'm telling you what to the left, bro. To the other left, motherfucker, the other left.
I'm a screamer and a squirter. I'm not a squirter.
I'm a squirter. Man,
I feel like
super soaker. Boom. Across the room.
I'm a creamer. I ain't never been able to. I ain't never been able to do the squirt thing. I feel like I'm missing something because I don't know how to do that.
Now, I don't think the squirt thing is, for me, the squirt thing is, it leaves everything too wet. And then you have to go through the wetness. Who wants to sleep in the wet spot? Then I got the little spray. You got to spray on the bed and it soaks up the wetness and all of that. So you always got to have that good thick water towel.
And if you don't know, even though I don't do it, squirting is not peeing. It is not peeing.
It's not peeing. It's really it's a muscle. And the more the muscle is stimulated, and I can only tell you this because I know about that muscle, it's it's so messy, but it's so good.
I ain't never had
to
that
get
experience.
to the level of squirting, it's like a brain orgasm.
That'd be a mind thing.
It's a mind thing. You have to already be halfway there before you get there.
You say he went too far. You start doing that. You don't went too far, baby.
Baby, that's when you say wait. But
yeah, I feel like I'm missing out at least once in my life.
Men always say squirting is such a good thing because they felt like they did it. But I can tell you, I can do it.
Without him?
Nah, I can't do it without him because I need that inner stimulation. That inner stimulation. But my mind is halfway there before they even touch me. It's a mental thing for me. I halfway start before you even get here.
She come in the room with goggles on.
Baby. I bring them to you so you won't get squirted in the face. Take these. I don't want to put your eye out, bro.
Oh my God. So yeah, oh my goodness, I ain't never did that. I feel slighted.
It's okay, you got time.
Say when you let go, that shit make the devil jealous.
Now who said that?
That's Phone Jones.
Baby, tell the truth and shame the devil. Why don't you? Tell the truth and shame the devil. Everybody stop talking when that happens.
Oh my goodness.
See, Phone, that's why you mama.
She said, you motherfucker. Hold on, I just finna do something real quick.
I don't know why men. You know what? Let me tell you something I just recently learned. Is my niece in here?
Keena, you still in this room?
Keena Davis. She ain't gonna say nothing.
She ain't gonna say nothing. She's still in here. She's taking notes and stuff.
Right. She dropped off that she ate. Listen. Sloppy head. Why did I just learn that?
Really?
Oh my God! I just learned that.
You just learned? Oh my goodness.
I'm not a sloppy person. I'm very neat.
No.
I'm very neat with my mouth.
No, I'm sloppy. I guess since I don't squirt, I can do sloppy head. That just sets him off. No,
I ain't never been taught that. He was like, no, sloppy head. Oh, sloppy head.
So it'll happen. I know. First thing I gave me another man. I've been single so damn long.
May I help you?
She done took a phone call. So while she's on the phone call, I'm gonna do a slight commercial break.
This is Mocha.
Hold on for a second. Do we need it?
Oh no, you didn't catch me at a bad time. I'll be right back.
All right, so while she's on the phone
How are you?
for a quick second, I'm going to interject with a little commercial break. This video is being brought to you by Phone Jones Body Loving Butters. I have the mango sugar butter here. You can contact Phone Jones. Let me put that on up to the screen. I know they probably come out real good. I'm gonna drop it down in a little section once I put the video up and get your body all nice and smooth and lubricated and stuff. You know what? This is such lubrication for real that you can use this for sex, like for real. You really can, and it smells so damn good. But anyway, while she's gone, I'm gonna proceed on with another story. We were getting to anal in this particular story. We'll come back to that once Mocha come back as well. But Kanye said, look at story 16. So let me pull up story 16. Like I said, we just threw out some random numbers. I wish I had a number this crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so the first story, Secret Desires, was written by Mocha. So story 16 is juror number 9, and that is actually written by me. In this particular story, this young lady is at jury duty, hence the title, juror number 9. And it's a hung jury. And I like the pun on the word hung. So her whole goal is to convince these 4 people to change their vote because they need not a majority vote. They need everybody to be in consensus for this person or whatever they're going through to be convicted. So yes, the hung jury, during the hung jury. So that's what this story is about. So like I said, usually I'm trying not to start off. See what we're gonna start off with. Okay. They're being sequestered to their rooms, which means that they can't leave. They have to stay there, be in the hotel. The judge don't want them to talk to outside folks. So now they in this hotel room and they locked in with all these people. And she, like I said, she has to convince these 4 people that they need to switch their vote so everybody can go home. Their whole goal is to try to get home. So I'm starting not at the beginning, but I'm gonna start here. As I grew older, it was no denying that a cat was who I was. Her name is Cat. Some people call me sneaky, as they do all cats, because I study my prey before I pounce on them. And these other 4 jurors have now become my prey. See, I need to get home. I have 9 inches of raw hard dick waiting for me, and the pussy on this pussy cat is screaming for him. I'll be a lady when we get to our rooms. See, I need to go in and masturbate soon. My pussy has not gone a day without fucking someone since meeting Mr. 9. That's what I call him. My man, that is. Hell, I'm getting wet just thinking about him. Maybe if I squirm in this seat the right way, I can get off a quick one. Juror number 6 cleared his throat and caught my attention. His eyes were intensely locked on a slight gyration of my hips. I think his name is Rashawn, and he was a skyscraper. His skin was so cocoa bean rich, a construction worker, I believe. He unconsciously licked his lips and adjusted his pants, trying to hide his growing hardness. His studious eyes never rose to meet mine. Was it that obvious what I was doing? Court is dismissed. All rise. Damn right. Right before I finished, and it looks as if Rashawn has already risen. So, my question to the room: have y'all ever had to use sex to get what you wanted from somebody? Whether it was to get a bill paid, get them to do something that you didn't want them to do, just anything specific. I mean, it could be just to get your husband to take out the trash. Has anybody had that experience where they had to use sex to get something out of somebody? Me personally, I tried. I'm not that good at that. I'm not good at coercing. Say yes to get your iPhone. You had to use it to get your iPhone. That's what's up. Yeah, iPhones cost a lot of damn money. I probably would have did that myself. I tried to do it to get some money before. I guess in a way, I don't know if I was pimping and prostituting back in the day, but I tried to use it to get some money out of this guy, and yeah, it didn't work out in my favor. He put he didn't even want to give me $20, like 20, 20, 20. And then he wasn't even good. It was like a waste of my time. I was like, ugh. So other than that, I've never had another experience where I had to coerce somebody using sex that I could think of. Yeah, he was horrible. He was horrible. I see him to this day. This happened when I was a teenager. I was like 17, 18. And I was trying to get the guy actually was my boss in my job. But we weren't that far in age, so he wasn't like no really old pervert dude. We all went to the same high school, but he was the manager. And he used to go to my high school. And I seen him probably about a few months ago. And he's still talking about it like he did something. Yeah, he was so cheap. He gave me a wrinkled up $20 bill at that. Like he was like, oh, it's all I got. I was like, I should have negotiated up front the money. Put the money in my hand first. And I needed it to I was going somewhere. I used to rent cars, and I didn't have a driver's license, but it was this one car rental place that didn't care as long as you came in with cash, and I needed to rent a car to drive to Chicago, and I was trying to get my little $200 cash to get to this man, and yeah, he gave me $20. I feel like I was so cheap. It was like he might as well just slid it on the table. He gave me so wrinkled up, sweaty $20 bill, old nasty. Fuck, I couldn't stand that dude now. I didn't speak to him no more. Even at work, I didn't even speak to him. I didn't give him high. But yeah, your husband said you had to put in work for that phone. You had to. Why was he holding your phone hostage, girl? It's just like, oh, I'd have lost my doggone page. So this is kind of So what Kat ended up doing? She let me go back to juror number 9 here. Okay. So speaking of like old perverted ass men, basically Kat, one of the jurors that she has to get with is named Marcus. And he's an older guy. Why was it bad? Oh my God, the dick was bad. Let me tell you. First of all, he was a short man. They tell you size don't matter. In his case, size matter. It was like when he got in line to get in the penis line, and he stepped up there to give him some. Somebody called God on the phone, and he said, "Hold up, I'll be right back." and he didn't understand that. He said, wait, right there, he got out of line too soon. He didn't get all he was supposed to get. He didn't have no stroke game. There was no body movement, no wave. And I know I was young, but I started having sex young. So at this age, I had been with a few people. And he was an adult. You know what I'm saying? He was at least 23. I was like 17. No, he didn't have no stroke game. I had to keep adding my own spit for lubrication. If I got to make myself wet, you ain't doing something right. He was horrible. I was glad it just didn't last long. It was just, kind of felt like Celie and Mister. Just like skip there and just let him do his business. Like, hurry up. It was bad. Ew. And he think he got game. Every time I see him with a woman, I be thinking, I'm sorry, girl. I am so sorry. So yeah, I was trying to figure out like what other stories. I didn't want to repeat some of the stories that was already done. If you want to like see some other reviews, if you go to Phone Jones' channel, she's in the room. I think she's still here. Subscribe to each other's channels if y'all on here. And she did some topics already. We're gonna go to we're gonna go to, I'm gonna go ahead and do newspaper stand as well, because that's one of my shortest stories. And I know we did that on another channel already, but I'm gonna do it again. So let's see here. All right. It's hard for me to like catch up to y'all and chat and stuff because when I'm reading, but we're gonna work this out. So his face eluded me. It didn't matter anyway. All that was important was what he had done to my body. Those full kisses he planted on my clit caused my body to shudder uncontrollably. It was as if he was trying to suck the life out of me. Fuck, I couldn't take it. I came like a busted water main and he was down there engulfing it all as if he was just a canal waiting for my dam to overflow. I grabbed his head and entwined my fingers into his locks and I was holding on for dear life. If he stopped, it'd have been like cutting off my life support. Oh, but he hadn't planned on going anywhere. I wish I could remember what he looked like though. I may have needed to call 911 because it's not every day that I pick up a man at the newspaper stand. All I did was give him a friendly smile and bite my bottom lip. And soon he was eating me out of house and home. And I know it must have been a crime. You would have think that after he was done, after I came all in his mouth, he would just stop. But he didn't let up. All I could think was, work that shit, boy. Tongue fuck me so good that your dick becomes jealous. I wonder if people who walk by could hear my moans of ecstasy. We only went so far down the alleyway. Any passersby who happened to stop for a moment could see us in plain view, but the thought of somebody watching us made my nipples hard. So I'm gonna stop right there on that one. So this particular story, newspaper stand, pretty much is a one-night stand. She hooked up with somebody that she did not know at all. She didn't even remember what his face looked like because as soon as they got busy, he had his face down in a place and she didn't know what the heck he looked like at all. So one-night stands. Let's go and move on to that. Who has anybody actually willing to admit that they've had a one-night stand? And when I mean one-night stand, I mean you had sex with somebody one time and that was it. You never went back, whether it was good or bad. Again, my experiences, remember, just a reminder, this is a work of fiction. So in my direct experience, on some trips to the island, I could say I've had a few one-night stands. You say you're guilty too? Yes, on my trips to some of the Caribbean islands, I had some one-nighters. Never went back, never looked back. It was vacation, it was holiday. I was on holiday. The one I did try to have one here. I met this guy. I was like, I didn't even want to ask him what his name was. You know, we did our little smash and pass, and it ended up turning into a 1.5 year relationship. So that didn't work out for me as far as a one-night stand was concerned. But yeah, we now I'm thinking about him like, ooh, goodness. I think I remember, if y'all watched my Travel and Talk Tuesday, this was the guy I was talking about, was the jail guy. That was him. He's in jail now. He's in jail for a long time. But back in the day, he was supposed to be a one night stand. We actually didn't learn each other's names until that next day. And that's because I came home from, like, I brought him to my house. I don't know if there was probably a mistake in the one night stand game thing. I brought him to my house. And then the next day, I came home from work and he was sitting on my front porch. First, I was thinking this dude homeless and he trying to get a place to stay. But it wasn't the case. We actually ended up in a relationship for like a year and a half after that, which is weird. So other than that, other than some island vacations, yeah, I ain't never had any other one night stand experiences. But like I say, this girl in this story, like I didn't even give the characters names because like I said, they just faces. The young man by the newspaper stand that they picked up, and they just went at it and went into it. Is there any subject that y'all want me to address? Because I'm quite sure that it's covered in this book. We wrote pretty much about everything. You have some S&M, some bondage in here. I think the only thing we didn't write about is, at least I didn't. A lot of these stories we started writing years ago. So it took us a while to put a lot of these stories together because we were actually not sure if we were going to write them or not. We weren't sure if we were going to release them or not. So these stories are like accumulation of things put together. So I think for myself that it's a well-written book because we took our time to actually put it together. But so for me, the only thing I did not write about is a same-sex relationship that my main character experienced. In the story, Juror Number 9, 2 of the women got together, but I didn't really go into detail because other than watching porn, I really couldn't tell you nothing about being with somebody of the same sex. So I don't recall Mocha talking about anything either. So I think that's probably the only topic that we didn't speak on, other than we have threesomes in here, but either both people are pleasing that one person. You know what I'm saying? Like you have the man and the woman pleasing, two women pleasing the guy. I had a girlfriend when I was locked up. I've been locked up before too, and I know that there was like a bunch of girls that had girlfriends when they was locked up. I wasn't locked up that long. I was only locked up for like 2 months. And I was the type person, I was daring a bitch to touch me. Like I was on that I wish you would look at me crazy mode. So, what about threesomes? There's threesomes in this book, but like I say, most of it is that, most of the stories in the book, there's threesome, be like 2 girls pleasing 1 guy. Or we have an orgy scene in here and it's 5 women with 1 guy. So, but other than that, I don't think there's any other threesomes that I recall in this story. So yeah. But I have, anybody else tried threesomes? So I know Donna said, you say you're bi. Have you ever had a threesome with you and your husband, or you with somebody from the past? I'm selfish. I am so selfish. You say you have? Okay, so like, was it somebody random, or was it somebody that you knew? Because for some reason I think if you bring in somebody that you actually know, it might cause complications. Or was this something that's like a random pick that you and your husband, or you and both people? You say kind of. With my ex, a friend of mine. That's interesting. I don't know if I could do it. I'm so selfish. I am so selfish. Just how you saying that you don't like to see your husband watch other women in porn. I think I would be that way in sex, to get like in an actual threesome. I would be so jealous. I would be, yeah. Call me old fashioned. I don't know. I just say never opened my mind to it. Yeah, you said it didn't work out. I couldn't imagine, because like today, in this day and age, there's a lot of people in so-called open relationships, or and they willing to bring other people into the bedroom with them. I just ain't never been. And I think if a guy ever asked me, I would be mad at him for asking me. Oh my God, y'all got to a naked fist fight. That probably turned your husband the hell on. Or whoever the guy was that you was with probably turned him the hell on. Y'all get to a naked cat fight. Oh my goodness. We was talking about porn earlier. Oh my goodness, yeah. It said your ex. That's your husband. He said, hell no. And he's selfish like that too. Yes. I'm selfish. I can't see it. I don't even think it's never even been a fantasy of mine to do it. So that's probably why I couldn't like write a story that fully goes into that detail, because it's never even been a fantasy of mine. Maybe I'll attempt to write a story. I don't know how authentic it sounds, because if I don't like the way it sounds, and you say your husband, it will never happen with him right now. You say never. I understand that. He like me. I'm just like, I can't do it. Now, like I said, I can sit and watch porn with my guy, but we can't bring no real life person into the bedroom with us. I just can't do it. So, y'all want me to read one more story? I think Mocha took a business call, so I'm not sure if she'll be back before the end of this. So we're gonna wrap up in about 15 minutes. We're gonna wrap it up. So your relationship is way different. Well, probably because you're married now too, girl. You know, you married, they want to put a rein on you. Like when you single, if you're single, you probably want to try a lot of stuff. No dial. No, you supposed to be doing the dial video, OG Purple Johnson. I talked about the sex dials in the other video, but I was talking about the ones that they had designed for kids. But sex dials. Oh my goodness, let's talk about the sex dial. We might as well get on that. Y'all seen like these? I hope y'all should by now have seen these new realistic sex dials that have came out. And they have got some that look like real people. I still have not seen the one with the locks, man. I want to see the one with the locks that you're talking about. Because some of them look fine. The dude dial, some of them look fine. Me, a dude, and a dial. I can't see myself with me and a dude and a dial. We could bring a vibrator to the party, but not the whole dial. We can't bring the whole dial. Like I said, we could bring a vibrator. We could bring a little bullet. I don't know what we're supposed to do with the dial. I like to feel skin. Like I can't do the dial. I can't see it. You think that you could do it with a dial with you and your partner? Y'all have to explain that how that was supposed to work. I mean, at some point, somebody got to stop and move the dial in the right position. I just don't see it working out. I like to keep things fluid and moving during the sexual act. So I don't know if that'll work out. No, I just can't do no dial. But I'm going to tell y'all, as far as toys are concerned, hey, Tammy. Ooh, Tammy, what you doing up this late, girl? So, as far as toys, I have no problem bringing a vibrator into the party. But if my guy wants me to use a vibrator on him, I'm going to have to pump the brakes there. I had a friend tell me once upon a time she was dating a guy who wanted her to use the vibrator on him. He wanted to be pegged. It's what the terminology is called, is pegging. And she was like, I did it, but I ain't see him no more after that. I don't know if I could do it. Yeah. So if we bring a vibrator to the party, it's only gonna be used on me. I'm selfish that way. We're gonna be selfish with the vibrator too. Does the book talk about multiple partners? It does have 3 stories in here with multiple partners. Yes, come on in on this conversation. 3 stories in here at least that I can recall. Let's see. We have first story is Secret Desires. Then we have Mr. Feelgood. Toss Up is a voyeur story. She's watching somebody. Fever for his flavor, the gardener, meeting in the park. Daughters of Medusa is actually an orgy. That's an All Tied Up is one woman with 3 men. No, one woman with 4 men. All at the same doggone time. They like satisfying every orifice that she has in the mouth, the hands, the anus, and the vagina, while getting ate out at the same time. All that's going on and all tied up. Let's see. I say juror number 9, there is a scene that's a couple scene, but not 2 or 3 people. And yeah, that's it. As far as like 3 or more people, those are the only stories that have 3 or more people. There's a lot of people that's doing some switching up that are doing multiple people in one day. I can't take the dolls seriously because I think the old school blow up dolls that creep me out and the butt jokes they do. That's what, even though I've seen these pictures, these images of these dolls, in my mind it instantly go back to those old blow up dolls and sitting there looking like. So I can't do it. But I'm gonna tell y'all what I wanted to get. We the only ones in this room. So I'm gonna tell you this. I wanted to get one. At least I wanted to try one of those Sibian machines. Have y'all ever seen those? The ones with the girls sit on and they turn it up and just. I wanted to try one of those. I don't know how real they are, but they orgasm looks so damn intense. I wanted to try one. I was gonna see if I can go on Howard Stern just so I could try one for real. But I know they cost about $3. Any mention of sex clubs, any experience? I haven't tried it, although I was invited. All Tied Up starts off in a sex club. That's exactly where they're located at in that book. And Daughters of Medusa, they go into a sex club. I've never been to a sex club. I have been invited. I wish Mocha was back now because I know she actually went to one before. She had a friend that was a dominatrix and they took her to a sex club. But I've never been to one. Like in my book, All Tied Up, I mentioned the Lion's Den is the name of the sex club. And I said there's a Lion's Den in Antigua. The Lion's Den in Antigua is not a sex club. It's just a club, but a whole lot of sex be going on. And I went to a strip club here in St. Louis that on Wednesday night, as long as you come in with a partner, anybody come in, as long as you come in as a couple, on Wednesday night, they get busy up in the strip club over on the east side. So that's about the closest I've been to a sex club, is going up into the strip club where they just all just get bucket naked and getting buck wild. And it was a weird experience because me and my girlfriends, we all went together. So it was like, I guess 6 of us that went together, and you had to be with somebody. They didn't care if the couple was male, female, or 2 guys or 2 women, just as long as it was a couple. And we went for the male strippers. They were supposed to show up first. They say that masquerade party, look at phone on channel in, like what? Somebody say a party, a sex party. So yeah, we went there for the male strippers first, and then the male strippers was boring. So we ended up going to watch the female strippers, but on the dance floor, people was getting bucket naked and doing their damn thing. But it was a strip club, so like I said, it wasn't really specifically it wasn't a specific swingers party. Back in the day, I used to always want to go to one. And I've always wanted to go to hedonism because I always used to hear that hedonism was like one big sex party. And I've never been to hedonism down in Jamaica. So, yeah, okay. So, anybody else that's like rah-rah for the sex parties, or anybody else have been to one or ever been invited to one? Or I've never been. I only know of maybe 3 or 4 people in my life that's actually been to one. Like now, it's a whole lot of hood parties just hooking up, where everybody just get together and hook up. I've never been to those either because I think some of them people are infected, so I ain't go to them either. But like I said, I wish she must have took a business call because Mocha disappeared on us. So, but I know that she went to one, and the club she went to, it was about more submission than anything. Go and charge your phone, girl. We wrapping up in 5 minutes anyway. Thank you for stopping by, Miss Phone Jones, our sponsor for the day. She didn't even realize she was our sponsor. We're her loving body butters. So, thank you for stopping by though. But yeah, I've never been to a sex club, and I'm really intrigued to go to one. I think I could be a voyeur at one of those. I don't want to participate. I don't think. Good night, Donna. Everybody say goodbye to Donna. She's leaving too. Phone has to charge her phone up, so she's leaving as well. And so we only got 5 minutes left on this live session. I just want to thank y'all for coming back. Like I said, hopefully we'd have been able to get Mocha to stay in a little longer, but she had to take a business call. Girl always working. She got businesses on top of businesses. And but if you haven't got Doing the Damn Thing, it's available on Amazon. Or you can like email me, and then I can send you a link to get you a signed copy. Um, you could also read the first 3 chapters of this book for free on Amazon. The first 3 chapters are on there for free that you can read. So that way you can see exactly what you like. It's getting very good reviews. Like I think I got one review that somebody said that they didn't like it. But this girl was supposed to be reviewing the book for me, and she's supposed to did it by a certain day, and she didn't. So I had gave to her free initially, and part of our contract was that if you didn't do it by the specific date, I was charging for the book. So when I sent her the invoice for the book, she got mad and she did a review with like 3 stars, and it starts off like, "This book is very well written, but the words used didn't match the story." So I was like, her whole review was kind of confusing. So, but everybody else on there that's giving me a review has said good things about it, and I really appreciate it. And none of the reviews were coerced. I didn't say, "Hey, write this for me and tell me how you feel." I honestly want honest opinions. So I'm like so appreciative of the people who have gave me feedback about this book, this work. This is 311 pages of erotic short stories. So you got 24 stories, and you can take your time through them for real. You ain't got to read them all in one session. I know some people I know bought the book last year and still haven't got through it because they said every time they read it, they need a man and they single. So, yeah. If we have any more questions for me specifically about anything that we talked about today, any other random topic y'all want to speak on, we got a few more minutes left in here. Yeah, the sex dials, man. And then OG said the sex dials are like $2,000. Like, who is paying $2,000 for a dial? They might as well go get the old fake ones. The old was like $79.99, something like that. But $2,000 for a lifelike dial. You could put $2,000 in some of these little young girls' pockets these days, and they will be your sex dial for life. So I guess, oh goodness, I don't know. I don't know if they supposed to be like, if they supposed to have a natural feel to them. They cream. I don't know what's going on with the doggone dials. But I know a lot of the males that I know are super excited about them damn sex dials. Like I say, I looked at some of the ones, and some of the men dials look cute, but it's not enough for me to want to buy one and have sex with it. I just can't imagine it's just laying there. I gotta have some robotic motion or something. I like I said with the guy, I need body. Say the men love dials. So some men love women dials. People will pay to be freaky. They have $2,000, yeah. But I'm just like the dial has like no life. It's not caressing the back of your head. It ain't rubbing your neck. You know, I try to massage the spine, try to do something. It ain't doing nothing but just laying there, looking like that. I was like, say a real one don't give 2 fucks about a dial. You say you rather pay for a bride, Dory? Shut up. Go get you a mail order bride. You can go find. I got about 100 sisters here in St. Louis that's willing to take your $2,000 and they'll be your boo. They might be somebody else's boo at the same time, but they'll be your boo for you for that $2,000. I just can't imagine. I don't know what feeling. Get the real one. Get the real pussy for real. Pay for the real pussy if you're gonna pay for it. It's too many people out here giving out free pussy for a 10-piece at McDonald's. You know, you're gonna get $2,000 for a dollar. I just don't get it. Well, I want to thank y'all for coming to the channel tonight for my first grown folk session. I apologize for not being as organized. I had planned on it. I actually got sick earlier today, and I came to Mocha's house like 5 minutes before we supposed to actually go live, so I didn't have time to really set up and prep. And thank you, Doran. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna try to do this each and every Friday night, and the reason why I'm doing it at this time of day, because if you still want to go out to the club on Friday night, then you can still get your butt out there and get dressed and get there before they start charging the covers. I know in St. Louis they start charging at 10:30, so you'll be able to get out there and go to the club. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank y'all for all coming back to my Twisted Life of Poetry, and I will see y'all next week for Grown Folks Session at 8 o'clock on Friday. Thank you again, Kanye. I'm so glad to see you here, girl. Thank y'all. Peace.